everyone? We
God,
come
no,
to you
really.
today bearing news of death and demise
I like,
our community.
being happy to be here and, have a smile. I should stop smiling because I can't be happy. I shouldn't
We
be
can
happy.
we can be happy. We are still alive.
Yeah.
Um, but unfortunately, that is not the same for 9 of our level
Wait.
60 elite hardcore players yesterday.
Yesterday
Yesterday is the
Deadliest Day?
first day.
Yep.
Yesterday is the first day since launch that the level 60 guild has lost more members than it has gained.
On the singular day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went down in the body count, guys. So for those of you who are worried that you might not, make it to 16 time, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the positive in it, right? Is that I don't think this is going to go as fast as people thought it was going to go,
Yeah.
right? I think this is the first sign of weakness where, I think people felt pretty invincible for a minute.
And we lost big names.
Yep, we lost geared tanks.
Big names. We lost probably the best geared tank. We lost 2 bissed out priests. They were pre-raid ready.
Man. The priest for what? Oh.
Then we lost a brand new rogue and paladin who dinged that same day, I'm pretty sure.
I think we lost 2 mages, 1 mage.
So 2 priests, a warrior, a pally, a rogue. So that's 5. I don't know who the other 4 were. Is it 2 mages?
I think it was a mage.
And maybe a warlock as well?
I think a warlock. The warlock was the one that got the courier spawned on it.
Oh yeah, that's really unlucky. I need to know where the thing spawns in case I'm ever in EPO.
I'm just never in EPO.
Cause, yeah, I'm a. Is there other websites that show where the mobs spawn?
Just don't go to EPL.
I guess I could pop a lip and run away, but yeah, I'd also just don't.
Just don't go to EPL.
I guess that if they're only on that road, I'll just never
only
go
on that road.
I'll just never
Just
go
never-
on that road.
Just never
Yeah.
go on that road.
All right, do we want to talk about some of these deaths?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people apparently have been streaming it or whatever.
We
or
didn't get
they're just
any.
not-
Yeah, we didn't get any clips of
Or
all
they're just not
that.
really ready to post their 60 deaths. We've seen. Okay, let's talk about this.
Okay.
We had at least 1 AFK
2.
death.
Both
At least
priests.
one.
Both
No, we
priests
haven't confirmed.
died.
Have we confirmed that the other one was AFK, or are we just assuming that they were AFK because they didn't
We're
say it?
assuming they were AFK because they stayed online for another 20 minutes until your inactivity kicks you off the game and didn't say anything. And they haven't been
Yeah.
on since.
So then we have 2 AFK deaths from the same class in the same spot on the same day. What?
I never thought I'd have to make a things you don't do at 60, and the only thing just don't AFK, man. And don't skip polls. Those are the
Dude,
2
don't
things.
AFK at level 10, man.
Okay, I was doing BRD last night with Tyrannosaur and Bobka and all them, doing the tier 0.5 with Bobka.
I was watching that, yeah.
I thought I legitimately logged off the game at the entrance. And I used the washroom. I came back 7 minutes later, dude. And I was still logged into the game. Just AFK at the entrance. I was so scared when I figured out that I wasn't logged off.
Trolling.
I don't think any mob could have killed me there because there's no AoE. They pull a dragon on you and kill you while you're AFK. But oh my god, I did the cardinal sin, dude. I didn't log off when I wasn't at my computer. I don't get it, man. I hate AFK deaths. They make my skin crawl. I don't know.
So we lost 1 of the courier. We lost two level 60s AFK in the same spot, in the same place, in the same class, on the same day.
Okay, can you explain to me what happened in Strathel?
That is the death I'm not familiar with.
So the rogue and the pally got locked out of the group while they were fighting Magister. And the only way you do that, they said the gate came down on the rest of their group.
Mm-hmm.
Is that doing Magister as you go in the side entrance because then he runs away, right?
If you go on the side entrance, he runs away. That means they
so
went
that
through
puts him
the
all the
regular
way.
entrance.
Yeah, it
Yep.
puts him all the way to the gates of Undead.
Yep.
So I'm thinking they pulled him and they try to like LRS him on the corner, and then somehow that gate closed and closed them off. But
that one sounds terrible. That
we don't
one
have
sounds
evidence, so it's like
that one sounds goofy. Like the plan was fine, but it just like something went wrong. Like I don't think that one was like that was probably like the most considerate death we've had so far.
Imagine being those 3 other people watching the Rogue and the Pally, and you can't do anything because the gate closed on them.
Dude,
apparently
it's rough out there.
Apparently they almost did it too. Like I think they killed the boss, and they both died because the abominations just flowing at that point.
Like we were with the one surviving member of the Loopers group. He came with us to 10-man Loopers.
Oh, I forgot. Well, okay, what was going on there? Was that a 4-man LBRS?
It was a 5-man LBRS.
And 4 people died.
4 people died.
We lost. Oh, duh. We could have got all the news. We lost Lemur, obviously. Really geared tank.
Lemur, Crank.
Like top 10, like 60s for first top 10. Like
yeah,
that guy
Lemur was very, very geared. Very, very geared.
We lost CRX, I think was his name, or CXT, something like that. Wait, Inflamed? I did dungeons with that guy leveling.
Yep.
No. Oh, I forgot that there was 4 people dead there. That's everyone then, right? 2 AFK, 4 there. 2 dead in strat. That's 8, and then a warlock or something. Oh my god, that's so many people.
Yeah.
And okay, explain. Did the solo guy who lived? What was his tale? What was he feeling?
So they skipped like 1 pack of mobs.
Yeah, they
were
did,
trying to
they did
argue
the Kindle skip, I think, right?
No, I don't think it was that big of a skip. People
Yeah.
think they did, but it wasn't that big of a skip. Yeah, it was dark. They skipped 1 pack, and then they had like no way out, so they pulled, and then they pulled more, and then it was just bad.
Huh.
It was just bad.
So, do you think we need to have a meeting again of all the 60s and just like?
I mean, to be fair, I think a weekly meeting would probably be helpful, just to kind of reconvene everyone. I think there was a lot of talk last night. I do think like people like 9 deaths didn't just happen, and everyone was like, "All right, this is just normal." Like it was kind of like a moment of like, "All right, what can we do to kind of stop this from happening again? Because this isn't sustainable."
Yeah. Literally stop the bleeding. Yeah.
And basically, the thought was, how do we communicate with an entire community, right? Because not only do you need to keep your 60s alive, you need to keep your people that aren't 60 motivated to get to 60, right? And I think this comes down to a little bit of last week, and this is just my personal opinion, right? Is that because we talked about this last week as soon as the MC got announced.
Yeah.
A lot of people started freaking out. Like I played 19 hours, or like 16 hours straight, right? Like I got from 51 to 50, not like 9, like 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Damex, were literally like, that's exactly you. You finished my sentence for me. The MC Trash Run really made a lot of people pump, especially anyone who's a melee class, because everyone's afraid they're not going to get a spot, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone's afraid they're not going to get a spot, and it's just terrifying for people. So they're pushing too hard, and they're looking to clear everything. Like, I remember the first wave of group, like they did, like we thought that like the first 60s were being too careless, right? When they did like a full BRD, where like they're being crazy,
spooky.
And now it's like, dude, I ding 60 and I'm in an Ubers like the next day.
Well, Ubers is a different thing. I think you can genuinely get carried in Ubers and LBRS.
I mean, it's easy because I'm a mage, right? So I'll do like
I guess you can't like main
gear.
tank it, but at that point you just go in as like a 3rd tank or something if you're a warrior. But yeah, I mean it's spooky, and people are saying like the question's coming up now, like, are we even going this Saturday?
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, I think the answer's yes, right?
Yeah,
like
they're never gonna cancel that.
Yeah. So the answer's yes, but also like, I think it has a lot to do with the way we communicate things like that in the future, right? Like, I think live streaming the meetings is good, but you run into the whole thing of like only the elite knew that there was a meeting, right? Like it was only posted at HC Elite.
Yeah.
So only Elite knew that there was a meeting. So only people, like only Elite knew about it. So the rest found out later. So they came in like halfway through the meeting. So if in the beginning, Cargos was like, "Hey guys, don't freak out," like, but we're just doing a trash clear. All we heard was MC Saturday, right? And we were like, "Oh my god, what MC Saturday?" We lost so much context. So if you're gonna be live streaming meetings, you need to legitimately. It sounds so corny. Is like post a summary afterwards. Like if it's already public information, summarize it for people and throw it in a Discord, right? Like have someone be like a secretary and just like take notes through your meeting and stuff like that. Like the communication just needs to be like really consistent from the top down, because we can't have, there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen right now, so we can't have, you know, General Ampy saying one thing and, you know, Business God Cargo saying another thing, and Grace for Days just laughing the whole time. Like we need the whole group to like kind of push a consistent message.
That's gonna be a you and me thing, I think, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Like, any meeting, we gotta have that bulletin board up in the next.
True. I'll do a meeting minutes. I don't care.
So,
Damex, you want to do meeting minutes? You want to be our secretary? I'm a bad secretary.
Like you were saying though, with it kind of pushing people and whatnot, I was in a fortunate spot. One, I'm a druid. I don't have to farm pre-bis for more than like maybe 8 runs. Like yesterday, I had insane luck and got everything I needed out of Dire Maul Tribute in 1 run. Kind of disgusting. Also, thanks Mike for the raid. Appreciate you. And I'm gonna be gone this weekend. Like, there's no way I can make it, so I didn't have that pressure of FOMO. You know, I just accepted it. I was like, okay, I have, you know, X amount. I don't even know if we're gonna do MC trash every week. Honestly, like we have so much time to just be chilling. So I didn't feel that pressure, and I'm kind of a weird class where there's probably like 3 of us tops, but I definitely understand what you're saying, where like those rogues, if you don't have all your death mantle by MC trash, am I gonna get to go in? Nobody really knows. So there's also talks of like doing 2 Molten Cores, because we're gonna have potentially 200 people in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, I could see maybe 2 trash farms. Right?
I'm down for that, and then I just don't think you commit to 2 until the first one goes.
You can't do 2. No, you don't do 2 raid teams. Yeah, you can't have 2 people. You can't have 2 guilds killing Lucifron, right? You can't have 2 raids killing Lucifron, because you just lose too many, right?
It splits the focus of the main goal. Yeah.
We don't have the ability to do something like that. We have to go in all as one. And I think like I was kind of nerding out about it. You know, Tactics was kind of like, there's no better way to do the lineup than just like get the most geared people. It's like, yeah, but like I think the mentality kind of needs to shift. Like obviously people can compete for the starting spots, but there's only 40 raiders, right? And people have to acknowledge that and understand that like there's things that you can do to support the team outside of that. Like only needs to level tailoring. I mean, I'm a mage and I can AoE farm. Like I'm probably gonna help only level their tailoring. Right?
You know what Only and I did yesterday?
What?
Genius strat, bro. It actually makes me feel so good. I have to farm MCPs, obviously. He and I duoed Nomer. I pulled half the way. You have to open up the back door and then essentially you stealth over and kill the boss for Pummeler. We pull every single mob in one pull to the back door. I AoE Ellis them around the corner. He comes in, holy and over spams all the non-elites, and then I kill all the elites. Then we go into that little circle ramp, pull the whole circle, same thing, and we're doing no more clears together. 1, because he needs Silk Cloth to level up tailoring, like you said, and 2, makes me feel safer, even though I'd have to seriously grief myself if I died in Nomer somehow.
Yeah.
But he was like, at the end of it, he was like, dude, you know, you don't have to help me with this. I feel bad for taking your time. I was like, it's 2 extra minutes per run for me. Helps you get your best in slot chess piece, and there's 0 chance that I die having you here. Like, I am A-okay with you doing this. And he's just like, oh, that feels good. I was like, no, this feels good. You know, you and me helping each other out and stuff like that. Like that needs to be the mindset for everybody.
How much Silk was he getting?
I think he came out. I did 2 runs prior to him being there because I was kind of impatient. In 3 runs, I think we got him like 70 cloth, and it was like, I don't know, 8-10 minutes to do 3 runs.
I actually got the Arathi farm to myself, the AoE farm.
The Gorshek, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just AoE farming at level 60, just like
Mhm.
I actually got down to half HP one time because the pulls. It's actually a little bit harder to pull them because you have to be like on top of them. Because they're
Yeah,
so
because they don't
level.
locally aggro easy. Yeah.
So I actually got down to half HP one time.
It's like
It was-
stuff like that. It might not be the best farm. It's still pretty good. I mean, 70 cloth in 8 minutes is kind of insane. And you don't have to worry about competing with other people in the world
Yeah.
for getting tags. Like, that's guaranteed cloth that's going to drop. So,
I mean, if I was gonna do silk cloth for maximize silk cloth, I would be an SM. But
yeah, that's a little. Like, no more so free compared to SM. Yeah.
We're not doing SM solo as a mage. We've seen that happen.
Yep. Dude, holding up is OP. I think that's the way for farming cloth. But stuff like that, I mean, just thinking of how I could help somebody else while I'm doing my, like, you need to be doing 2, 3, 5 birds with one stone kind of deal.
I just think people need to be a little bit more selfless. Not that I love this community. They're actually doing great.
Yeah.
But I just think we're kind of there's not a ton of like we need consistent leadership towards
It's
a common goal, and it
kind
sounds
of-
really really corny. It sounds really corny because it's very
kinda
very like
cutthroat
rah
right
rah. It's very rah rah go team, right?
Yeah.
Like we need everyone to be like, hey, if we want to kill Rag, everyone needs to do this. If like this isn't gonna happen like as a normal raid where like 40 people just want to pump and get gear, right?
Sure.
Like we need 200 people all push towards a common goal where we don't give a shit who's on the raid team as long as Rag dies, right? Like if there's a better mage than me, or if there's a better geared mage than me, and I'm the 9th mage of 8 mages, fine. I'll be there ready to go.
Nine of
I'll be,
eight.
you know, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to go, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll be happy to stand there and just be ready to support the team. I'll do anything I can. You know, we already have Crix died doing commentary now. Like
Oh, he
there's
is?
ways that we. Yeah,
That's
I've heard
kinda
rumors
sick,
of that.
actually.
I think Cargos is probably going to do commentary for this weekend as well, because Cargos has all died. And then,
Yeah, and can't afford to bring his hunter. Yeah.
yeah, his hunter can't go.
Do we know? Is he running it back on another alt?
Yeah. Yeah, it's level 20 already.
Another pally?
No, a hunter.
Right on. Oh man. Karg died at 52 in Western Plaguelands, I think. On his hunter.
Nah, it was in Felwood, I think.
Oh, Jade Nari at the
You
cave.
got Jade
Yeah,
Nard.
you're right. That's spooky, man.
Dude, I want to level. I was sitting there, like, looking at what, like, alt I want to make. And I'm sitting there and just staring at the screen. Like, I don't want to do Hunter unless I'm with you in the duo.
Let's do it, dude. Okay,
Because
let's just.
I don't feel like over managing, like, my pets. It's, like, just annoying.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to play Warrior because I just don't know what I'm doing. And I know I'm going to eventually die.
I had the same problem.
Paladin, I'm like giga sure I can make it to 40, but I don't want to play 40 to 60 as a Paladin. Like I don't want to do it. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
1 to 40, I'd love my life, but 40 to 60, I can't do. It's Rogue is the only answer that I would want to play.
And honestly, when I was looking at what I was making for my solo character, I had the same issue. I was like, I could probably get half or more of these classes to 60 in one shot. Like, I'm just that dummy confident.
Mm-hmm.
But do I want to do that? I was like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't enjoy playing that. Like, I'm just such a druid only kind of guy, and I was like, I guess we'll settle for the rogue. Luckily, I randomly generated it because I picked randomly and it picked rogue. I was like, okay, let's bet.
Well, once the server dies down a little bit more, I'm gonna go AOE mage
Okay, I respect that. But
just for fun.
you know what? You and I are 60 now. We got some previs. We need to get back to that 1 or 2 levels a day kind of dealio.
Let's do it.
Let's do it today, dude.
Let's do it today.
I'm down. Let's. Yesterday was too deadly to not have an alt.
Yep.
is all
I
I'm
agree.
saying. So.
Because I'm going again. I don't know about you, but like some people aren't going to go again. It's going to get discouraging. So I'm going again.
Yeah.
If my 60 dies, I'm going again. So you know,
It's
I gotta have that already.
Mage duo and AoE farm together. That sounds terrible. Because you'd get the biggest head on your shoulders. I feel like.
I'd also be hard carrying Gordon on that AoE farm. I feel like Gordon,
But I wouldn't
Give
know
me
what
an
to
Nova.
do.
give me a don't go that close. Don't go Gordon, no. You're
Okay,
just dead.
that's the biggest thing too. Is some mages in 60 dungeons gotta chill.
No, we're fine. Don't worry about us.
Bro, Frost Nova is going to get melee killed. I swear to God.
Yes, it will.
Because when stuff hits the fan, and there's like an extra pull, extra 3, 4, 5 pill, mages going to Nova, and melee's in there trying to like get threat or CC a little bit, and there's no tanks around, and there's 10 elites on
one
me.
dig by the
I see it every day in my dungeons that I'm running, and I'm just like, ugh, Frost Nova. It's such a good spell, but it's also such a terrible spell because if you don't communicate.
You have to communicate it. You have to be like noving, so that melee can get out. That's how I was doing it in BRD.
Yeah, it has to be.
If there was if there was a big moment where we needed the Nova, I'd be like Nova, and they would just get out. Because I've seen a lot of hilarious Nova deaths like in the past. Like when the skeletons come out in Blackwing Lair.
Yeah. Oh, I used to do that to myself on
all the
purpose.
Skeletons came out, and the other mage in my group. Well, we had more mages, but the two, me and the one mage were both assigned to clear them up because we're mages, and we're both just running towards them, and he just Novas them all directly next to me, and I just get one tap. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
I used to run into those before the mages had Nova, and I would sap her and just die for good luck. I would sacrifice myself, and we'd always get like the crappy. We'd get like the belt or the chest piece that nobody wanted for like hunters or something like that every time. It's great, but bringing it back on track really quick, what do we think? I thought this was an interesting point. I think Winky said this last night when we were all kind of going over the day's events in the Discord. Is this arc 1 of what happened?
Meaning, is this a sign of things to come?
So that's what I was confused on. I was like, does he mean this is like the hero setback in the arc journey where like, you face your first struggle in a sense? Because we were kind of coasting. I'm not gonna lie, we were kind of cozy up until yesterday. One, maybe 2 deaths here and there, but in that sense, when he said, "Is this the first arc?" I was like, "Is this what the first arc of like us losing 1060s every day, or is this like hopefully one and done for like another week at least?" Predictions?
It's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna get weird for a little bit. I think it'll slow down today. And people are gonna play a little bit safer today.
I think people are gonna step off the gas a little bit today,
but
hopefully. I think at max,
we were riding too high.
All I'm gonna do is Emperor runs today. I don't think I'm gonna do anything scary than that. Even though I guess
let me get into
still kind of scary, but
I need my Stone Song of Iron Forge, right? So I need to do an Emperor too.
I've got insane RNG in dungeons. I'm just saying. First coffer ever, Ghost Shroud, and the healing weapon. 2 Prebis items. Well, Ghost Shroud's almost Prebis for taking, but it's second in line. Okay, it's pretty dang good.
I got a couple upgrades here and there, but we'll see. See how it keeps going.
Oh man, I really hope we have like. I want to say obviously no deaths today, but I feel like we're always gonna have a death a day at least.
Yeah.
Can we just cap it at like 2 deaths today, guys?
We're just so desensitized now, man. It's like level 60 death. Okay, if we can only have 1, that's good enough, right?
It's
like terrifying.
Crazy coming from like one of the leveling guilds, and you hear that ping, and it doesn't bother you. Like when I was in my 40s plus, I didn't even look at like what level died because it didn't matter to me. I was so in the zone. And now every time I hear that alert pop up, I'm just like, no shot, somebody died.
Man, you're setting the over-under at 300 under, dude. We're not going to lose 360s in MC. If we lose 360s in MC, Rag's not dying. It's simple.
It'll be like phase 5 content will be out by the time 300 people go down. No, I don't think we'll lose a full raid, honestly. But we gotta get into Molten Core first.
Unless there's a griefer among us.
Monka. Okay.
Right?
I don't think we have anything else to talk about today. Today was just a recap.
Today, I mean, how can you consciously prepare when the bodies are falling around you?
Oh my god, we have 2 days off. Monday could be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna get weird.
Keep posted. MC Trash Clear this weekend, 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST, I believe, is the time. Pretty much anyone and their mother is going to be streaming it, so definitely watch out for that one. And I won't be there, sadly, so I will be in the kitchen. But I expect to come back to 0 deaths. I think that's doable, right?
Zero deaths.
0 deaths?
0 deaths.
0 deaths. There it is. All right, we'll be back Monday, guys, and Monday is gonna be a huge episode. I feel like so.
Yep.
That it? That's all we got today.
Yep. I'm good.
All right. Take care, guys. Goodbye.